The savagery is just it's off the chain. So here we have a location in Houston, also known as H-Town. Women were not safe anywhere from the hood to the suburbs. And this, I'm familiar with it, having a residence um, outside of Houston. So it's a nice, decent area, peaceful, quiet. But again, there is no safety anyway. So fair use. Let's look at this clip. Anybody who recognizes this savage, and he also has an accomplice here, a teenager. I guess he's showing how crime 101 is done. So take a look at this clip here. Fair use. This is just it's unacceptable. Something has got to be done. Again, imagine these crimes are happening now. Imagine when the moratorium stops. We're having people evicted now. Massive evictions, massive foreclosures, and you got this on the street. It's we I mean, it's like I'm afraid we're gonna have the purge. So ladies, we just have to be aware of your surroundings. This happened to this woman in the front of her home. Fair use. Let's go ahead and look at the clip, and I'll do a brief commentary.
Is tough to watch. An armed man targets a woman, yanking her by the hair. It happened right in front of her own home and in broad daylight.
That's right. Tonight, police are looking for two men who stole the woman's car from this West Harris County neighborhood. Our Roseanne Aragon live tonight with a closer look at this violent crime. Roseanne.
Yes, guys, it happened on this street. We got the video from the family. I spoke with the victim who says she's hanging in there. Meanwhile, deputies are asking for your help. Unsettling video happening just outside a woman's home on Misty Heath Lane.
I heard that there's somebody screaming, and I never heard like loud screaming.
Uchi Phillips was in her backyard when she realized her neighbor across the street was possibly in trouble.
And I saw this two guy. One is like really like a teenager, I think, and the other one is wearing a black shirt.
Harris County Sheriff's deputies are looking for two male suspects. This one, 5'5", with a skinny build and dark curly hair. The other, a teen, about 5.
Look, he's putting a gun to her head.
5 feet tall.
They was asking, "Ma'am, do you know what time is it?"
In this video, you see the 22-year-old woman and a man following her as she's walking to her door. He pulls a gun on her, attacks her, and demands for her keys. Neighbors said the two hopped into the victim's red Nissan Sentra and drove down Misty Heath Lane, turned around a cul-de-sac, and left.
Car is already like go fast.
Phillips tried to help.
Go call dad, and then ask about the camera.
Just a few minutes later, deputies said the suspects were involved in a minor car accident after they rear-ended a vehicle at the intersection of West Little York and Queenston Boulevard. Now police are hoping this video and the community can help find these suspects. This neighborhood, nervous.
It's kind of scary.
Let me rewind. I'm kind of taking issue with the cameraman. Maybe I'm being over the top here, but yo, check this. I want to know maybe if you're seeing what I'm seeing, okay? So check this out here with the cameraman.
When she realized her neighbor across the street was...
Dude, I see you have a close-up, but you're up here showing the neighbor's diamond earrings. We don't want the neighbor Uchi to get got. Maybe I'm in over the top, and I'm like, man, don't zoom in on the girl's earrings. They might come back for her.
Was possibly in trouble.
I saw this two guy. One is like really like a teenager, I think, and the other one is wearing a black shirt.
Harris County Sheriff's deputies are looking for two male suspects.
So this right here, robbing a woman in front of her home, I'm sure she will have many sleepless nights. And Houston, it's a very large city. There's so much traffic, even in the suburbs. You miss your exit in Houston, good luck. But this is just, it's so sad. Women, we have to be alert. I mean, you can't walk down the sidewalk in front of your own home. I hope they find this clown today. He needs to be locked up at least 30 years minimum. I hope someone sees the clip, do the right thing, and turn this animal in. Go and make a living. Go and get a job. You like guns so much, hey, sign your butt up to be a bodyguard. But to victimize women, and then they stole her car, had an accident. Here's the sad thing. More than likely, I'm sure they had keys to the house. So they know where she lived, keys to the house, car stolen, addresses in there for insurance, whole 9 yards. Sure, she can change the locks, but just stop and think. When a crime happens where you live, where you reside, your safety, that I can guarantee you, I would imagine, in my opinion, it has to have a psychological effect on you. Here's your safe haven that you worked hard for. And these criminals, they just come in and just destroy that. That's why I have no sympathy. When you see them getting caught, getting locked up, become a hashtag, or you're a criminal, I have no sympathy. That's one less clown in the community. So I hope they find this idiot. And look, we have a teenager also involved. So I see he's on the sidewalk. I'm kind of wondering, is he maybe like the lookout? So things like, oh, what time is it? Mm-mm. Ladies, be vigilant. Even when I'm walking sometime or doing my job, and it's, the area's fine. If I happen to pass by a man in the opposing direction, guess what? Once he passes me, I just make it a tip. Maybe it's because I watch a lot of cop shows. I just kind of turn around because I want to make sure that that person is still going in the opposite direction. Now, I was with a friend of mine and we were in Sarasota, and oh my goodness, we're in Lakewood. So if you're familiar with Lakewood, very nice area. It's very upscale. Okay, um, there's no hood booger trailer park trash. No offense, but you know what I mean. And doesn't mean, and it's not always about money. It's about your demeanor. So when I say hood booger, that's a person that's of low character in the hood. Trailer park trash, you're poor, you act like trash. So all of a sudden, we're in Lakewood. It's like we're walking, and here comes this scrangy looking white guy. I said, oh my gosh, how'd he get here? And he hopped off the bus. And so he crosses over, and my homegirl, she's from Sugarland, Texas. So we're taking our little walk around the lake. And normally you just have to worry about like an alligator. So we look up, he's off the bus. I said, oh, he kind of standing out in this area. And so what she does, as we're walking, he's coming closer and closer. I'm looking behind me, which caused her to look. And she was like, oh, I'm getting kind of, a little nervous because he's getting closer and closer. So I said, okay, he's getting closer. Let's just stop. We're just going to stand to the side because I would rather have him in front of me instead of behind me. So I'm like, he's getting closer and closer. He's like, oh, ma'am, I'm ask you a question. I'm like, oh, boy. And this guy, he looks so scabby. It's the one he had bus fare. He looks like the kind he would definitely grab your purse if you had one on you. So he's getting closer. And I said, hey, let's just stop and stand to the side and let him go. So we asked a question. And when he asked her, she was stood up. She's like, listen, I don't live here. I don't know anything. Just don't bother me. Because she was kind of in panic mode. And I'm like, and I said, oh, you know what? Just go that way. Just go that way. And so we waited until he kept it moving. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to harm y'all. I don't mean to fight y'all, nothing like that, ladies. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. And I was like, yep, because he already knew by her response that, hey, you're giving off the vibe. I mean, this guy, he looks so scrunchy. Oh, my God. I was like, I guarantee, man, this might be a person that need an intervention. He looks scabby. I mean, from his attire, he looks scabby. I don't, but I was like, yeah, just go that way. It's that way. And he apologized because he knew by his behavior and his appearance, yo, we were not comfortable. So I said to say this, even in your everyday travels, lady, I don't care where you live, and even for men too, but mainly ladies, be aware of your surroundings. Like I said, when I'm walking, doing my jog, a man passes me, I'll go up a little, I'll keep walking, but I just happen to have a habit of just turning my head because I want to kind of gauge the distance between him and me. Is this guy, if he turns around, and I've had that to happen, and nothing, haven't been accosted or anything, but it's just a safety measure. I've seen a guy turn around and he just decides to run and jog the other way. No big deal. He wasn't bothering me. But when I saw that, you know what I would do? If I had my phone in my hand, I would just stop to the side and pretend like I'm texting something to let that person pass. So just another safety tip. You know me, I'm all about safety. So this here wanted to share this video just to cause awareness. Ladies, we have to be alert. So feel free to also share your safety tips on this early Wednesday morning, July the 14th, 2021. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.